If you're holding onto your Aussie PR dreams tighter than your phone during turbulence, this one's for you. 2025 has been a wild year for state-nominated visas. New plans, new criteria, unexpected openings, and of course, confusion, chaos, and a few collective breakdowns on immigration forums. But don't worry, I've gone through the maze so you don't have to. Let's break down what's actually going on with all the states, including New South Wales' big migration master plan, and why South Australia suddenly decided to be the cool kid, opening nominations for the 858 Innovation Visa. Let's get into it. 1. Let's start with the big boss. New South Wales. New South Wales has finally done what we've all been asking for: clarity. I know, shocking. They've released a migration plan that covers not just this year, but all the way till 2028. Yep, they're planning ahead, which in the world of Australian immigration is like seeing a unicorn. New South Wales is prioritising skilled workers in regional areas, especially those with work experience in health, education, construction, and digital tech. So if you can build it, code it, nurse it, or teach it, they want you. They're putting more weight on people already living and working in New South Wales. So if you've been hesitating to move there, that just-in-case regional move might actually pay off. For offshore applicants, yes, you're still in the game, but only if your occupation is highly in demand and you've got solid experience. So don't expect miracles with 65 points and a freshly printed English test, because New South Wales isn't feeling that generous. But the biggest change? Long-term planning. I know we've all roasted New South Wales in the past for their mystery selection process, but they're maturing. 2. Queensland, slowly waking up again. As of May 27th, 2025, the Queensland State-nominated Migration Program for the 2024 to 2025 program year has officially closed. This marks the end of the intake period for all registrations of interest across key skilled migration streams. The closure applies to skilled workers already living in Queensland, onshore, Queensland graduates, offshore skilled workers, and small business owners operating in regional Queensland. If you are hoping to submit an ROI under one of these categories but haven't yet done so, you will now need to wait until the next program year opens. Migration Queensland has confirmed that while no new ROIs will be accepted, they will continue to process and assess applications that are already under assessment. So, if you've already submitted your ROI and received an invitation, your application will still be handled in due course. 3. South Australia, the surprise MVP. You know how in every friend group, there's that one quiet person who randomly pulls out something incredible and shocks everyone? That's South Australia this year. They've officially opened nominations for the 858 National Innovation Visa. This isn't a drill. The 858 visa is federal, but now South Australia is proactively nominating applicants, especially in sectors like agri-tech, defense, cybersecurity, renewable energy, and creative industries. Basically, if you're doing something clever, South Australia wants a piece of it. They're working closely with businesses and research institutes to support applications. So, if you've got the goods, think patents, startups, or breakthrough research. They'll help you showcase it. It's not about points or EOIs. It's about you being a standout talent. And for once, you don't need 95 points and a PhD in wizardry. Just real achievements, especially ones that align with South Australia's future economy. 4. Victoria, still loving STEM, but with conditions. The Victorian State Nomination Program for Skilled Migration Visas is currently closed to new registrations of interest for the 2024-25 program year. The program officially ceased accepting new ROIs on April 29th, 2025, and no further submissions will be accepted for this program year. However, if you submitted an ROI before the closing date, don't worry, you're still in the running. The Victorian government has confirmed that it will continue to assess existing ROIs for any remaining nomination places available in the current program year. Applicants with competitive profiles may still receive invitations, depending on the availability of spots and alignment with state priorities. Victoria is being Victoria, still STEM-obsessed, as they're giving high priority to people in health, engineering, and digital roles. But now they've added a few curveballs. Honestly, Victoria's behaving like someone who's been burned before. They want serious candidates, not just people testing the waters. 5. Western Australia. Generous but choosy. In the latest round of its state-nominated migration program, held on May 8, 2025, Western Australia issued a total of 702 invitations to apply to skilled migrants. This substantial number of invitations highlights the state's continued dedication to tackling key workforce gaps and strengthening its economic foundations. By actively seeking skilled professionals through this program, Western Australia is not only addressing pressing labour shortages, but also reinforcing its strategic focus on long-term economic growth. The invitations span a wide array of sectors, reflecting the state's need for talent in areas such as healthcare, engineering, construction, information technology, education, and more. Western Australia's commitment to skilled migration demonstrates its forward-looking stance in a competitive global landscape, prioritizing a strong, skilled workforce as a cornerstone for innovation, productivity, and resilience in the face of changing economic demands. 6. Tasmania, the loyal partner. As the 2024-25 program year approaches its conclusion, the Tasmanian Skilled Migration State Nomination Program is entering its final stages. In line with this, Migration Tasmania has announced a significant update to its processing guidelines. Effective from May 19, 2025, the program will only accept new registrations of interest from candidates who hold a gold pass. This means that only applicants working in critical roles or occupations listed as priority will be eligible to submit an ROI during this final phase of the program year. This adjustment is designed to ensure that the remaining nomination places are allocated to candidates who meet the most urgent workforce needs in Tasmania. If you are considering applying, it's essential to review the Gold Pass eligibility criteria and assess whether your occupation falls under the critical or priority list. 7. Australian Capital Territory, points-based but picky. The Australian Capital Territory is still doing their Canberra matrix system. The matrix is strict but predictable, as they update rankings often and publish invitation scores so you can actually track your progress. It's a good option if you're already in the territory and committed to staying long-term. Just don't try to game the system. They'll sniff it out faster than a kangaroo on red cordial. 8. Northern Territory, quiet but open. The Northern Territory government has officially suspended new applications for general skilled migration nominations under the 2024-25 program year. This pause comes after the Northern Territory reached its full allocation of nomination places for the current program year, meaning no new nomination applications can be submitted at this time. If this helped clear the fog, give it a like, subscribe for more updates, and drop your biggest PR question in the comments. I might just turn it into the next video. Catch you in the next one.